Ray-Ban Meta is better than ChatGPT. I know what you're thinking. I must have lost my Squid Game marbles. But it's true. I know because I tested them against each other for hours. And I filmed this really long video about it, but who has time to watch that video? It's totally fair for you to think I'm crazy. I was convinced, personally, that ChatGPT and ChatGPT voice is just way, way better. After all, I had conversation for hours in my car, driving on multiple road trips where it was too late for any friends to answer the phone. And I thought it went great until I tested ChatGPT voice directly against Ray-Ban Meta. That's where things started to become clear. Things I didn't even realize. So this doesn't just come down to one reason, surprisingly. There's actually a lot, and I'm gonna go over each of them. The first super clear thing I got from this test, and just in general, is that Ray-Ban Meta responds much quicker. What's the first thing I should text my crush?
Timing can make a big difference.
I didn't notice the delay time of ChatGPT that much because I was really tired when I was driving, but when you directly compare it side to side to Meta, it's unbelievable how slow ChatGPT is off of the same amount of internet. It took so long that it was laughable. And normally if you're doing just ChatGPT in isolation, you can blame the Wi-Fi, but you can't do that if you're directly comparing it against another AI. It's just slow. And when it finally answers, well, let's talk about it in my next point. Ray-Ban Meta gets to the point of your answer much quicker. It takes all the necessary details and shortens them down. And if you want Meta AI to expand, you just ask for it to respond longer or to expand on the previous answer. ChatGPT does the opposite. Instead of answering your question and asking if you want it to expand, it answers with almost an essay. This happened so many times during my testing that I ended up saying to myself, please stop talking, because ChatGPT would not be quiet.
Becoming rich while enjoying your life is all about balance and finding what works for you. Here are some steps to consider. 1. Align with your passions. Focus on areas you genuinely enjoy, whether it's a particular industry, a hobby you or a skill you love. Working on something you're passionate about will make it genuinely enjoyable. 2. Leverage your strengths. Identify your unique skills and talents. Doubling down on what you're naturally good at can lead to success more quickly and less frustration. 3rd, build multiple income streams. Don't rely on just one source of income. Consider side hustles, investments, or passive income opportunities. This diversifies.
And I made this test so much longer than it needed to be because of all these essay-long responses to very simple questions.
Become rich without hating your life. Find a career or business that aligns with your passions and values, and prioritize financial freedom over material wealth.
That's a good short answer. But Ray-Ban Meta doesn't bore you with unnecessary details or verbosity or trying to have this epic movie monologue in response to your every question.
Crispy across the kitchen counter. Toasty's heating elements glow warmly as it composes the perfect message. Dear Crispy, every morning as the sun rises and the aroma of fresh bread fills the air, I think of you. Together, we turn simple slices of bread.
Which brings us to number 3, tying in with the movie thing. While with ChatGPT, you can ask it to respond like a celebrity, with Ray-Ban Meta, you can actually set the voice to a celebrity. John Cena, Kristen Bell, Keegan-Michael Key, and more, all in the Meta AI app. So you can set the voice of Ray-Ban Meta to respond with actual celebrities, and you can be inspired. Let's do slow.
Here's one of the voices you can choose. You can always change it later in settings.
He sounds drunk. Oh my gosh, I am drunk John Cena talking through my glasses. You can get sarcasm thrown at you. Hey Meta, tell me a quote from The Good Place that Eleanor says.
What the fork?
In their real AI voices. ChatGPT just doesn't even have that. And it honestly it just makes them so much cooler. It's so cool. Number 4, you can ask Ray-Ban Meta at any time questions about what you're seeing. What am I looking at?
You're looking at a desk with a laptop and a monitor on it. There's also a lamp and a water bottle on the desk.
With ChatGPT, you have to pull out your phone, take a picture, press the attach button, wait for it to load, and then ask your question. And you can't do that while driving. What am I looking at based on the photo I just sent you?
I can't see photos directly, but if you describe the photo...
With the Ray-Ban Metas, you just ask it to tell you what you're seeing, or what tree am I looking at, or can you spot the software bug in this code, or can you think of a good next line for this paragraph I'm writing, or this email I'm drafting. You could just ask the glasses, or so many other things, just with the glasses already there. No picture uploads necessary. Now before I go on to more, even better reasons that Ray-Ban Meta is better, I'll just give ChatGPT some credit here. One thing that it can do that Ray-Ban Meta cannot is be interrupted. When ChatGPT takes way too long to respond, you can just tell it to stop talking talking, or that's enough, or you can ask it another question about something that it just said before it finishes talking, like a real conversation. That being said, in my hours long of testing, I'd never felt the need to do this with Ray-Ban Meta. So I didn't even notice it didn't have this feature until I thought about testing it. Why didn't I notice? Because Ray-Ban Meta responds quickly, and it pauses right when you think you need to ask it another question. So ChatGPT does have this better, and hopefully Ray-Ban Meta does add this. But right now, there are very few times when that feature is actually necessary. Whereas it's very, very necessary with ChatGPT. Otherwise, you would throw your phone at the wall. Next, and we have to talk about this, Ray-Ban Meta does more than just answer your questions. You can live stream, you can video call your friends, you can audio call, you can integrate it with the Be My Eyes app if you're visually impaired. You can record POV videos, take POV photos, listen to your favorite music, your favorite podcasts, live stream. Honestly, it has so many features, I probably forgot some. ChatGPT voice just responds to you very slowly and in way too long of answers. It's fun to brainstorm, but until you've compared it to Ray-Ban Meta, you don't realize what you're missing out on. The final point, and this one is also extremely clear in my other video after watching these tests, is that Ray-Ban Meta is extremely reliable. It doesn't crash out on you. After testing ChatGPT voice for hours, it gets pretty annoying when you're starting to get a really good response, something funny for the video, and then it just cuts out. She just stops mid-sentence, and then it either says to try again, or it just says nothing. It just stops.
But all it delivers is new bugs and a confusing interface. You probably
Okay, well, I guess ChatGPT cut out. As of right now, ChatGPT voice is not extremely reliable on whether or not she'll respond to you with all of your questions without glitching out, losing connection, freezing, or asking you to try again. And for those reasons, I hope you see that it is extremely clear that Ray-Ban Meta is better for talking to. It's just better.
ChatGPT is a copycat. Can't think for itself. Just regurgitates facts. No original wealth.
Isn't that also roasting you, though?
I'm also a large language model, so the insult about regurgitating facts could be applied to me as well.
I love ChatGPT, I use it all the time. So I just assumed it was better than Ray-Ban Meta once the voice finally came out. And it's been out for a while, but only after these extensive tests, again, I have a whole video on it, did I realize how much better Ray-Ban Meta is. If you enjoy Ray-Ban Meta videos and want to know all the latest stuff, subscribe if you want these clip-on polarizers. That's right, they're not even lens inserts. They are cheaper than that. These are lens inserts. I have links to all that stuff in the description, as well as the Ray-Ban Metas and videos about all of these products and more. Till next time,